Hey guys, and welcome to the international fan reaction, which is Burnley 1, Wolves 1. Everyone very, very frustrated, vexed, angry about that 96-minute penalty for Burnley. It's a good one, so make sure you watch all of the guys that have sent in the contributions. We've got a load. We've even got our first one from Greece, Athens in Greece as well, so welcome to him. And we've also got a Burnley fan that sneaked on there as well. And also make sure you do look out for the contribution from my man over in Norway. He's a referee as well, and he's got something to say about that penalty. Some fantastic contributions, but without any further ado, let's go around the world.
Chris here in Athens. Burnley game, second time days we lose in the last seconds of the match. I think we had most of the possession, created a lot of chances, but not enough clear ones. Devastated, very worried about Europe now with the points that's cost us, because the teams around us are not going to drop points this time. Let's see.
Hello, Amy, Wilf and Stephen from Wolverhampton, United Kingdom, and obviously we are two Wolves fans, and we have also got a Burnley fan in our presence, and he is actually from Burnley.
Yeah, well I live in Gornal. Gornal Clarence.
So obviously a bit of mixed reaction. We feel quite down in the dumps, however you feel?
I'm fairly pleased, yeah, I must say. Thought it was dead, that game, and then we rose from the dead, so pleased.
Would you say a classic Burnley performance?
Yeah, gritty, sticking till the end. Wolves probably edged it, but I think we didn't deserve it, but I don't care. We deserved the win at Molineux in August, so...
Yeah, it was kind of a like-for-like situation, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they cancelled each other out, didn't they? And penalty last minute, well, almost a duplicate of the Molineux match, but the wrong team scored it, unfortunately.
So we feel a bit
down, because I think Champions League's gone now, but Europa League is still on.
Unless we win the Euro, fan.
We'll beat Palace and Chelsea, well, we'll see. But yeah, we should be alright. And it's still at Europa League. I'm not too down, really. No.
So man of the match, we think Troy or Ray was man of the match today. He was always down. Every time he got the ball, you hated him, didn't you?
Yeah, he had too much pace really for our full-backs.
But he created the goal, didn't he, with that run? So that was tremendous. And what a finish by our mate.
Si, senor.
Si, senor, yeah.
So yeah, anyway. Wolves, are we?
We are.
We're not.
He's not.
He's not.
No, I'm not.
Hi Dave, it's 5:30 in the morning here on Thursday 16th of July. It's bloody freezing, it's about 1 degree. It's really foggy, so hopefully you'll get to see this video okay. It's taken me a while to do this, I've had to calm down. Thought we controlled the game really well, great goal. Probably should have created a few more chances. Burnley with their usual selves, tight in the tackle, having a bit of a dig and a nudge here, there and everywhere. But when we got close to them, they were just milking the fouls left, right and centre. Great goal from Raul, well deserved. I thought we probably should have had another one somewhere down the line, but hey ho. The Chris Wood miss was just incredible. How he missed that, I'll never know. Just think a few years ago we were clamouring to sign that guy, and then it all fell through. Well, thank God it did, because I don't think we would have been anywhere near where we are with him playing instead of Raul up front. As for Mike Dean, well, words just fail me. I mean, he did it to us twice at Cardiff in the year that we came out of the Championship. Still not convinced this was a penalty. Foot was way up from Chris Wood. Could have, should have been. Dangerous play. Doc never moved his arm to the ball and whatever. I've seen some footage float around on video of other teams who wear red and blue shirts who have had similar circumstances, and it's been not given as a penalty. VAR has done us no favours this year. However, having said that, we did take our foot off the gas again in the last 5 minutes. Should have kept pushing forward, really. It's not a lot you can say. I would think that our dreams of Champions League football now are pretty much over from the League point of view. Just have to go and win the Europa League. Anyway, I hope you've had a good one. Talk to you soon. Cheers, bye.
Hey Dave, Aidan Purcell checking in from sunny Waterloo, Ontario, Canada here. You can see I don't have any Wolves garb on because as soon as that match ended in gutting style, I came outside with these two little guys to blow off some steam and get in the heat a little bit. So anyways, tough one to take. Pretty sloppy first half, to be honest with you. Some loose passes by some of our most consistent guys like Cody and Zhao. But listen, football's a funny game, isn't it? We did that to them in the 97th minute back at Molineux with a penalty kind of out of nothing. To me, that's not a penalty. I understand why the referee called it, but to me, the attacking player, went for the audacious attempt, didn't make contact on the ball, therefore it's a high boot for me. And Doc is just unfortunate to kind of be protecting himself, but you got to kind of worry about that stuff after and just attack the ball, and we really shouldn't be giving them those opportunities. And to be fair, we got away with one right before when Wood missed that sitter. So, as much as football is not about what you deserve, it also seems to dole out some karma and kind of levels things out. But really, really disappointing and just, gutted like everybody else. So, out here with my two dudes, trying to blow off some steam. Like I said, I don't have any Wolves stuff on today, but, I bleed gold and black like we all do. So, on to the next one. Still lots to be proud of. Still fighting for Europa League. That's Champions League done and dusted, but certainly still fighting for Europa League, and we're still in that cup. So, hey, maybe we'll just win it and get into the Champions League backdoor. So, anyways, tough result to take, but on to the next one. Come on, my babbies. Take care, everybody.
Hey, Dave. It's Dave from New York Wolves here. It's a beautiful, warm, sunny day in Connecticut, but it feels like the depths of winter 10 below with a raging snowstorm, blizzard. Such is my mood. What a way to lose a match. It feels like we lost. I think Nuno started a really fantastic lineup. The two wing backs, Vinagre and Traore, reminded me of the Cardiff match at home last year. Great way to really take it to Burnley, which we did for the first 10-15 minutes. We're all over them. Couldn't quite get a goal, unfortunately. And then it went flat for a lot of the rest of the match. Burnley are a good, solid defensive team, and we struggled to break them down, but we were always looked the more dangerous, I think. And then bringing on Doherty and pushing Traore up was really made the difference. And Traore slalomed through half the Burnley team, as he does, and that really created the chance. And superb finish from Raul. That's the sort of goal that deserves to win matches, and we were seconds away from doing just that. And the handball, I think I'm going to have to watch it a few more times once cooler heads prevail. It definitely hit Doherty's arm, and his arm was up a little bit, but I know there was some talk of a dangerous kick from the Burnley defender, so maybe he was just potentially protecting his face. But they gave it. I think we knew when it went to VAR we weren't going to get the call, because we never do. There's a great penalty from Chris Wood, so we walk away with a 1-1 draw. It's getting very tight with Tottenham's win today. I think top four is not mathematically out of reach, but realistically I don't think we can do that, barring some miraculous results. But hey, let's keep going. A lot of heart from this performance. Palace at home next, then Chelsea away, with all to play for, and let's just go and finish the season strong. Get some momentum going into the Europa League this season, and lock up our place in the Europa League next season. So we've got to take the positives, even though we're all feeling absolutely gutted at the moment after what was really it should have been a deserved win. So I think we've all been Wolves fans long enough to know what this feeling feels like. So I'll talk to you later, mate. Cheers.
Well, the game's just finished. Unfortunately, was a no winning card today. I'm still trying to make sense of what actually happened there. We can't be giving penalties for that. That's absolutely ridiculous. We've played well today. We've dominated the game. We got the goal we needed. And one thing you can't control is decisions like that. We have no control over that. It's hit his arm, but the rule work for hitting your arm in a defensive position is that there has to be intent and visible intent. I'm a referee myself, I know this, okay? No, if you look at the position of Matt Doherty, but you can in no way argue there was intent. It's a wrong decision. It makes it even worse that they looked at it how many times. If they can't look at that and say that was deliberate handball, or in any way trying to gain advantage from a handball. It's the wrong decision. It's cost us. The Champions League dream has probably gone now, we have to be honest. And I think that's something we're going to talk about for many years to come, how we've basically been denied what would have been the chance of a lifetime, deep in injury time, by a very, very poor refereeing decision and, of course, a poor VAR decision, because they've analysed it, they've watched it, and they've still come to the conclusion that it was a deliberate handball. It can't have been. Of course it wasn't. It's obvious to everyone. Now, I'm not going to say much more because I think everyone else is going to talk about this. I've got nothing else to say, because with that 1 minute over injury time, it's that's it now, isn't it? That's it. That's Chris from Isval in Norway reporting on Burnley 1, Wolves 1.
Hello Wolves fans, Brian from Thailand here. I'm in a slightly more better mood this morning than I was at the final whistle last night. We had the game wrapped up winning 1-0, and then a terrible decision by Mike Dean, which then we referred back to, I think Kevin Friend was the VAR referee, and allowed the penalty to be given. Just not on. You know, overhead kicks in the box, 6 to 7 feet, somebody's foot is in the air, 99 times out of 100 it's given for a foul, and the defending team should get a free kick. But not in this case, so it was Mike Dean yet again. But Sean Dyche, he actually says, he said, yeah, it was a definite penalty. He said, because you could see his hand move to the ball. Well, I'd probably go, do me a favour, will you? I thought we played well. I thought we controlled the game, didn't really give Burnley a lot of chances. They had one about, I don't know, bang on 90 minutes when Wood headed it wide, but we controlled the game, and as I said, I thought we had the game wrapped up, and then that happened in the 95th, 96th minute of the game. My man of the match was, for the second game in a row, was Ruben Neves. Feel flat, feel down in the dumps, especially, you know, when we had the game wrapped up, and terrible decisions. Craig Burley, who's a pundit for an American channel, he basically says the officials are clueless. Enough said. Take care, guys.
Wolves away from Columbus, Ohio. Burnley 1, Wolves 1. That game had draw written all over it. Raul's goal overshadowed by the Mike Dean awarded penalty. What is it about him giving them penalties against us in injury time? On to the next.
Hello, Dazzling Dave. It's David here in Gothenburg, Sweden, giving you more reaction to tonight's game. Feeling a bit flat and dejected after what happened in the last few minutes. I've not known what to do with myself from the final whistle. I've just been pacing around, and yeah, I don't know. It's still baffling me now how the referee gave the penalty for the end, but yeah, I thought Nuno named a bold starting lineup with Adama and Vinagre on the wings, and it seemed that he was going for it, and yeah, I thought Wolves played well, especially in the first half. For the second half, Burnley came into the game a little bit more, and Raul put us in the lead with a great volley, fantastic technique from the Mexican, and I was feeling very confident that Wolves would see the game out. Then our old nemesis Mike Dean decided against that, somehow decided toward a penalty for Burnley in the 95th minute for the handball by Doherty. I don't know how that could not be deemed to be a serious foul play, but I don't know, these days all the decisions are baffling. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed to concede and to miss out then on our Champions League dreams, but we go on into the last game, and hopefully Wolves can finish with 2 big performances and put a smile back on all our faces.
G'day Dave, it's Keith from Melbourne, Australia here. I know what to say, mate. That's twice in 7 days. late goal has cost us points. I guess it's just one of those things you got to put up with. We've done it to some sides this season as well, so I guess we just have to take it. But to me, it just sums up the season, really. Lost opportunities. Not that it's a failure, but just we could have achieved and done so much more. But we haven't, and that's the way it goes, and that's the target for next season. I think, I hope at least the target should be score more bloody goals, especially when we dominate a game so much. I thought they were fantastic last night. To me, the best game they've played as a whole, as a team, since the return. The commentators for our game stated that Burnley didn't mind Wolves having all the possession, blah, 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 on the break, blah, 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 but their chances were few and far between, and unfortunately, one of the key chances was that bloody penalty. So anyway, we've got to suck it up. There's a lot to really be happy about this season. I don't know if anyone caught the fact that Wolves are the only team in Premier League history to have won a game in July, in 2 separate Julys in the same season. So, we'll take it. Anyway, mate, all the best. All the best to Wolves supporters from around the world as well. And always remember, always Wolves.
Hi Dave, hi guys, Andy here from Verbia in Switzerland, where I've been watching the Wolves-Burnley match. Very disappointing end to the match, and I feel quite deflated after that, to be honest. I found the refereeing a bit suspect. The final decision, clearly so. I thought the boys played solid, played well, defended well, they attacked well. Perhaps again, there could have been a few times where they should have been more clinical. I thought Adama's run with the ball, I thought Doherty's attempted shot and Raul's finish made for an excellent manoeuvre. The finish was spectacular by Raul, and really that deserved to be the winner tonight. A few other comments. I thought the general commentary from the BBC was shocking. I thought that the cameraman was shocking. I thought that there were a number of minutes in that game where the cameraman was clearly had his head in cloud cuckoo land and was following a Burnley play for about a minute and a half, and we didn't see any of the match during that period. So quite what the BBC were doing, God only knows. But that side of it was bad. The refereeing was suspect, and the end result clearly was wrong.
Yeah, thanks everyone that's contributed. Leave your thoughts the day after, how you're feeling about that. I don't know. Yeah, check out my reaction as well, and look out for the match vlog that'll be out later as well. So yeah, we go again. 2 more games to go. We've got to consolidate the Europa League place, and then we've got the Europa League to look forward to. Until the next one, from myself and everyone around the world, always Wolves.